Let's go on a bike ride, shall we? Head back to Steak and Shake today. I got some free game codes we're going to use. So I'm going to try to get another open bowling video, and maybe tonight I'm going to talk to my mom because someone's going to have to take me over there. Bowling alleys are closing for summer. I mean, anymore, you just can't, excuse me, you just can't afford to keep the bowling alleys open anymore during the summer. So, because, and here's why. And like one of my vendor friends told me, because people are doing, like going out doing golfing and putting bowling on the back burner. Me, I don't do that because I'm really not interested in golf, honestly. I'll play miniature golf, but I won't actually go to a full-blown golf course. I've always been interested in the sport of bowling. I've been like that ever since I was a kid. So I figure, I'm going to keep on doing something like that. Now, there's some bigger things coming. Hello, David Namco. But bowling season, it's over for right now. And then they'll kick back up in August in a few months. I mean, bowling is 7 months long. It's a 7-month session. And so a lot of people are complaining. Well, I think bowling should be a longer session. I've always felt like it gives you a better chance to get a good average, rather than just doing like your short 20-week session and doing things like that. You don't really have much of a chance. So that's just how it is. So here's the update for the John Deere. I did get a starter for it today, and I had to get another one. So I did buy. So what happened was I got the starter off Amazon because being the fact that my John Deere is from 1976, it's hard for me to find parts for it. So I have to do what I got to do. Well, I went to a place over in T-Town, Illinois. Today I had my uncle take me, and I got me another starter. And oddly enough, thank you. But oddly enough, guys, they had a starter for it, and I find that quite odd. And I can't go through John Deere themselves because my John Deere 300 is from 1976. So finding parts for it's going to be almost impossible. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm having to do what I got to do just to, get it through. But when it comes to rebuilding that engine, I'm probably going to have either my brother do it, or it's going to have to go to the shop and have them rebuild the engine. That's my next order of business. Number 3, it is leaking oil. My John Deere, so almost every time I use it, I'm going to have to put oil in it. So, you know, that's something we're going to do. Until I get an engine redone, I'm going to have to fight the low compression. So, and that's why I have to keep cranking on the darn thing until it starts. Low compression will do that. I got a friend of mine, he's got a 1996 Cub Cadet. It does the same thing. It doesn't want to start. It'll sit there, it takes you a while to get it started. Trust me, I know the temperament. I've had it running in minus 30-degree wind chills. And we're talking actual air temperature. It was, I think, actual air temperature was like 10 below, and I had his motors running. So I know that lawn motors will start in cold weather. You just got to mess with them. It's just like a car. It's just like a car. My MTD, I've had it running in sub-zero temperatures, but I have to heat up the oil just to get it to run. Because otherwise it won't turn over. It'll just go ring, turn over real slow and won't do anything. So what I do with that, I run my hair dryer out, and I'll let it run underneath the tarp. What I do is put the hair dryer on the engine and let it run for about 15 minutes. But I don't shut it off until I get the engine started, see? So. That's the only thing. What you gotta do. But like winter cold starts with a John Deere, I don't know how that's gonna go. With it being low on compression, I would have to put some heat on the motor just to make it a bit easier to get it started. So, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be super warm, but it's going to be warm enough to where I'll catch enough compression where the engine will start. If you guys seen my videos, that John Deere always takes a while to get it started. But I might actually have to take the left fender off and spray starting fluid in it. So we'll have to see when I get it home. We'll see. My biggest issue I had with the other starter. So when I did put the new starter on that I got off Amazon, it basically the starter was not even reaching the starter was not reaching the flywheel, which told me that shaft wasn't even long enough on the starter. So that's kind of what I figured. But you know how that goes. But I'm just gonna have to be careful. And hopefully we'll get the hopefully we'll get the engine started today. And maybe do a little bit of mowing because our yard needs mowed in a bad way. But when we went down to Kentucky, if you guys haven't seen my claw video, Journey to the Henderson Kentucky claw machine, where I was filming at Walmart. I did a episode of Captain Namco versus Sega Keymaster in Henderson, Kentucky, and that was filmed at the movie theater down there. So, yeah, it's just how it is, guys. So, we'll see if anything is going to be restocked today. Yeah, today's Wednesday, so I think the claw machine Steak and Shake will be done. So, with that said, guys, thanks for watching, y'all. And as always, before I go, I just want to remind you guys that Jesus loves you and God bless. Stay tuned. If I don't win, I'll make a little update and we'll go from there. But what I will tell you before I do end this video, oh man, my watch is rusty. I didn't even notice that. Oh well. But we'll keep on going here. So what I'm going to tell you is that claw machine at Steak and Shake, it has always been weird. That's what the vendor told me that runs the machines. She said it's always been like that since they've had it. So, which actually leads me to believe if that thing may have been a jewelry claw. Before they brought it in, with jewelry claws, you don't really need a lot of claw strength to pick up a lot of, light items that you put in. Now, obviously, if you put heavier items in, you're going to have to adjust the claw strength accordingly. So, which we already know that. Now, let's talk about the tariffs. As you guys know, our current president, now of course he's doing better for us than any Democratic politician it really has, in my opinion. As you know, I do not like Democrats. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, as far as them guys are concerned, dang it. Alright. There we are. But, yeah, as I was saying, with the tariffs, a lot of vendors are starting to see an increase in plush prices yet again. So, what's that going to mean for me when I start out? Well, $2 a play is starting to sound more and more reasonable at this rate with the way things are going up. Now, so that's what I'm going to do. Most likely, I'm going to run my games at $2 a play. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I want to be able to come out ahead, then, that's what I got to do. Because at a 1 in 16 ratio, at $2 a play, at $18 profit once it catches payout. But that's just $2 so $18 profit off one stuffed animal, okay? And that's not including what I have left over after I pay my commissions. But people are going to start seeing increases on things. As we know, things do go up. All right, turn around there. Block that person. I don't kidnap anybody, you lying sack of trash. Okay. Who is this other numbskull? All right. That's all right. Have a good day, guys. All right. Now, I like how people accuse me of doing stuff when I don't do that crap. All right. Anyways. Them idiots keep accusing me. They're going to wish they hadn't. And now, hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping I'll get some videos out on the John Deere today. I do have 4 train videos I've got to upload yet. And on that matter, I got to get those uploaded. I caught 4 trains yesterday. Of course, yes, I made videos like I always do. I always film trains, try to catch them, and try to get train videos out for you guys, for any of my rail fanners that's following my YouTube channel out there. That's why I do train videos, because I try to incorporate trains in with the claw machines and videos on and other stuff. So. But as I said, it does, like I said, it's got that issue where it leaks. It's leaking oil or hydraulic fluid, my John Deere is. Thank you. So, that's kind of where we're at with that. And as we ride, as we carry on here, we are now about to approach one of the roughest tracks here in town. All right. Now that part's done. The fun part's the hills coming up once I get further on the other side of town. Right now I'm uptown. It's 20 till 11, so Central Daylight Time. That means it's 11:39 Eastern for those who are watching over in Kentucky area and further east. And I paid another one of my vendor friends machines a visit yesterday over at Golden Corral. His games over there, I told him, the one machine needed filled, and IGA just raised their gas. Okay, hold up, y'all. Okay, that's done. Yeah, gas is going up, and it was $2.99 earlier today. Anybody that's 290s in the 290 range, they'll be jumping from that to $3.29. And then they're actually doing road work in my area. They're actually widening roads. In fact, Fayette's been working on it, getting that all widened and stuff. But they're now also focusing on the intersection up here. They're focusing on the intersection up here. They are, like I said, they're focusing on that intersection up there by AutoZone and Save-A-Lot. So there is that. Of course, you might even see in your area where they're doing road work and everything else. So I mean, and once they get all that done, all the mess will be cleared up. I mean, in some areas where I'm at, it is nothing but a mess. Which is crazy. It's kind of downright also. What's downright pathetic is how people come on here and accuse me of doing stuff I wouldn't even think about doing. That's another issue I want to address. If people want to continue to saying I'm doing things that is false, I'm gonna report my live stream to the local authorities, because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I can't even stream without people saying I'm doing this. So keep it up. I'm also going to be reporting, if I catch them again, I am going to report them to YouTube for harassment. And hopefully they get their channel taken down. Because I don't know where they're getting their false information from. But you need to learn to do your freaking research, dude. I would never ever kidnap a child. If I was going to do it, I would have did that crap a long time ago. That's my point. I don't do it. Quit accusing me. How's it going? That's just ridiculous, okay? Just you wait. I'm going to get a hold of my friends. I'm going to tell them when I stream. That they need to get on and moderate. If I stream tonight, I'm going to need them. Because being accused of something that I would never do in a million years, number one. Number two, I don't know where you're getting your false info from. Hello, RT. It's going all right, I guess. I'm not going to stay on here long because I got people saying stuff I would never do. The fact that I'm getting accused, people are coming up with this false accusation bull crap. That's absolutely ridiculous, man. So, we are heading to my local Steak and Shake. I'm gonna play the claw machine again. I'm gonna film with my Android, so I'm gonna have to add music to it. Because it doesn't matter if I put a verbal disclaimer out or not. YouTube still wants to block my videos. Quite obvious that I would never do such stupid crap. So, people need to keep their mouth shut, or you're going to be dealing with my friends and my mom and the local authorities, and also YouTube. So, keep running your mouth. I'll be sure to walk in on walk into the police station streaming and show the police this, because this is ridiculous. With that said, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and God bless. And before I go, I just want to remind you guys that Jesus loves you, and God bless. And take note, I'm not playing.